Well, it's been a while since I worked in here. Last thing I did was the windows. I got a nice layer of dust on them. Been doing some work on the house, so I'm going to put a video together from that. Say hello, Jack.
Alright.
Yeah, so I've got a lot of detritus from the house which I've been getting rid of. And tonight I'm hoping to get some pieces painted. The garnish moulds and seat rises. I painted them black grey. That was the actual shade colour. And I don't like it, so I'm going to redo it. So me and Jack have got some sorting out to do. And then it's go ahead and paint some stuff. I'm sorry if you've been waiting for an update and it's been a while. I think it's been something like 6 weeks since I put those windscreens in. But you know what? We're back at it now. Well, that's the back side. This is the inside piece. So it's only really the ends what gets seen on those. So I decided I didn't like black grey, and I've gone to slate grey, like everything else in the truck. It's looking pretty good actually. I'm feeling pretty happy about how it's going. I had to use a different gun than what I've been using. The top feed one seems to be blocked or just not working. Couldn't get that to work, just with some thinners going through it. So used some of that. I actually got this paint because they mixed up the wrong type when I did the Raptor liner. It would have worked with Raptor liner to pigmentate the Raptor, but you're supposed to use the 2K. And they mixed that one up already, and I bought it off of them at a lower rate than it would have cost. But this is the synthetic paint what I use with the fast flash thinners. So I used the bottom feed gun, which was a little bit awkward, not used to using that, but I managed to take my time a little bit. I had Jack helping me on the camera there, so hopefully you got a good bit of footage from that. Seatbelt mounts, middle seat mount, and then the outside seat mounts. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Do some clean up. Just came in this morning to take a look at how the paint came out. It's gone off real well. It's a little bit trashy. Is it? Well, I say trashy, like air bubbles and stuff like that. But I think once I've given it some polish with some compound, with the black underneath it, it's gonna have a nice kind of weathered look about it. That's what I'm trying to go for. Anyway, the majority of the time, these end pieces, and these are the only pieces which are going to get seen, really. I mean, the seat's going to be on top of that whole piece. So, there's that. See if I can angle myself so that you can actually see what I'm talking about here. These pieces turned out alright, these garnish moulds. Let's see if I... Yeah, got paint all over the dome light. Got a little bit of a run there. Don't know if you can see that, but there is a bit of a run there. It's going to take a few days for these to properly gas off. I do tend to be able to leave them for a bit. Like on top of there, proper dry spot on there. I think that my setting out of these wasn't optimal for the type of gun I was using. Everything was getting in the way compared to the top feed gun. I need to give that a proper clean out and see if I can make that work. Because I do like that gun. But if there's not paint coming out of it, it's no good, is it, hey? I'll be honest with you, I feel like I've procrastinated a little bit. I'm either going to get it on another engine stand, take the oil out, take the pan off and clean it. I mean, that is fully caked with crap. Or I could finish the engine, finish the work I need to do on the engine, basically put the intake on it and prime it. I'd like to do that whilst it's on the engine stand, and then attach it to the transmission and do it that way, or do it once it's in the truck. Probably going to be better to put it on the engine stand, I think. Change out the filter and gasket and then get it installed on the truck. Fill it up with ATF, get it installed, see where I'm at with it. Well, it's on stand. That wasn't at all painful, to be honest with you. Pretty crusty oil pan. I think I'm gonna take that off and give that a clean. That'll be another day thing though, because I haven't got any ATF to put in it. Well, it's been a minute since I've seen the top end of this engine when I assembled it. It's probably like 2.5, 3 months ago. Didn't expect it to be that long. I was kind of ready for the next stage and never got to it. But here we are now, so I'm going to give the heads a little bit of final clean up, wipe all of the assembly fluid off of it, the assembly lube, and I'm going to get ready to put the intake manifold on. Going to use anti-seize on these. I'm just not sure if this is supposed to be a push fit or have an O-ring. This is a dipstick. So what my plan is, if I put a nice bead of gasket stuff around there, it will pull itself up to the flange and that will work. And I can put the bolt in its home. I think it's the right one. Getting there, guys. So not even sure if that pressure gauge works, and I haven't got an electric oil pressure gauge, so can't test it, but that's installed. I'm just thinking of places where oil is going to squirt out. You saw how I installed this dipstick. Going to need it to know how much oil I've got in there. And then water pump, that's not going on yet. This is my modified distributor. I'm now going to call it my Small Block Chevy priming kit. How about that? Anyway, good old Delco distributor, been taken apart and repurposed. Got my valve covers on, they're looking pretty nice. I quite like those. Yeah, some progress made. So now it's time to put some oil in and get it primed. Spent some time researching what oil to put in. This is what I came up with. Competition running in oil. I think, what is it, run it for 100 miles and then replace it with something else, change filter, see what's going on. Get that in. So we've put in about 3 litres so far. And if you would focus, yeah, we're just showing on the dipstick, so that's reassuring. I'm going to go ahead and put in another couple of litres, I think. Well, the rest of it actually. Yes, I took the heads off. Sorry, I took the valve covers off so that I could see oil coming through. I found my oil pressure gauge, and we're making pressure, but one of the valves here, one of the lifters isn't pushing oil through at the minute, so on the dipstick it's down to add. The strainer should still be in the oil, but I've ordered some more oil, some of that Miller's oils, and yeah, but we're getting decent pressure with the drill. I just got to maybe run the drill whilst turning the crank. But I'm not going to have a chance to work on this again for a few days, so I just wanted to get the video out to you so you get an update. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I was going to make this a much shorter video, and then it was going to be longer, and now it's ended up being that length, so wow, I really can stumble over my words, can't I? I'm really pleased to get the engine this far. A little bit worried about that oiling problem, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. I think perhaps it needs to run for a bit longer. Maybe I will turn the crank whilst the drill's running, set something up in order to make that happen. Got my transmission cleaned. I need to take that filter cover off the bottom, decide what colour to paint the bottom of the filter. It'll be grey, and go from there. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time. Do the van, darling. It looks like a wind tunnel. It looks like a wind tunnel.
What's a wind tunnel?
It's a tunnel with wind in it. Hey, does your number plate do that strobe effect?